Alright, Kethis combo. This is an archetype that originated in Standard before rotation, and the basic idea is, with Kethis the Hidden Hand here, we take our graveyard and we fill it full of cards with Diligent Excavator and things like Tamiyo, and then Kethis can exile a couple of legends to let us start playing stuff out of our graveyard. Notably, the stuff he plays out of our graveyard includes these Mox Amber, which are legendary, so when you play the second one, the first one dies, and eventually we flip our entire deck into our discard pile. And then Oath of Kaya here can be played again and again and again out of the discard pile to deal 3 points of damage to your opponent. Alternatively, we can also mill our opponent out with Diligent Excavator by targeting them. In post-board games, we can also play Jace, Wielder of Mysteries as an alternative way to win the game as well. So, we're trying out 4 copies of Uro for the first time today here in Historic Kethis. Drawing extra cards, gaining some life is good against aggro, and this is a card where when we mill into it, if we don't have any other action, this is a card that can generate action for us with cards in our graveyard that we otherwise wouldn't be using. So it seems like a really powerful addition to this archetype. Let's go ahead and dive on in here and see how this goes. Would you rather have Kaya's Oath than main deck Jace? I mean, like, the short answer is I have main deck Oath, so the answer is yes. Would you like to do the thing you are currently doing? Yes. I think in formats that have less aggro in them, sideboarding the Oaths is fine. But I'm pretty confident you want Oaths in your 75. Yeah, this is fine. Needs a green source, but we're on the draw. We have a Scry, we have a Surveil. Just gonna get a few looks here at our missing color. Yeah, I mean, like you just said, without that added legendary synergy, it's just worse than Jace. Who did I bet on to win Worlds? I did not. So, still no copies of green mana. I think I'm just going to go ahead and bounce a Mind Stone here. Again, we want to mill ourselves. I haven't played, this is our first time playing much Historic since the last set release, so I don't really know. So three of the 4 matches we've played today, or three of the 7 matches we played today were against white Devotion aggro. I don't know if that's the norm or high. One of the things about Pioneer that's a little frustrating is that we don't have a lot of information about it as a format. There aren't like regular competitive events like we have for other formats like Pioneer and Standard. Yeah, maybe I should have discarded the Uro so I could copy it with Laz. Oh, they're playing a Reanimator deck. That's interesting. Yeah, but I expected Laz to find me green mana, which it did. Just like for reference. I was hoping to draw another land there so that way we could Oath this or copy Uro. Still no Mox Opals in the bin. So even if we get Kethis down, it doesn't accomplish a whole lot. I should update the Stream Decker. Noted. Okay, so that gets to smack us around a little bit. Stream Decker won't get updated till after the match, because I can't export it mid-match. Ah, Teferi. Good against everything fun and sweet. Yeah, Laz plus Uro is like really solid plan B. I feel like our secondary beatdown plan got like absurdly better with this edition. You can have both Laz and Uro out together. Can you? Is that how that works? I guess they technically have different names, huh? Yep. Okay. Those cards do different things, Wargy. So while Banishing Light and Elspeth's both remove things from the game, the purpose of the Elspeth's Conquers Death in the sideboard are to give you a card that generates card advantage against control while also providing utility. I could, like, cast this Mox this turn and, like, hope to the second one, but that seems kind of unnecessary. I don't know that we really need to do that to win the game. There is actually a Grixis Laz Krauza deck in the deck queue for Standard, I believe. We're gonna get to that at some point. Alright, so Ashiok sounds good. They exile the graveyard. Oath doesn't seem particularly useful here, so probably just go on the Jace plan. I guess I don't really have that many cards to bring in against them. I could board in Ego, I suppose. Maybe I just leave the 3 Oaths in. Ruinous Blast isn't particularly good. Teshar doesn't seem super useful. Actually, Teshar bringing back Uro to draw cards kind of cute. Man, this card is nuts in here, isn't it? This card just seems absurd. Just does so much of what we want to do. Just like makes our cheeky backup beatdown plan just like a real plan. You think this push Simic card is good, chat? What do we think of this really push Simic card, chat? Is it good? Yeah, the incremental life gain is real good too. Looking for some lands here. Is Teshar main deckable with Uro? I don't think you need Teshar game one. Teshar's mostly there for matches where people are going to be grindy and full of removal. That's super unfortunate. Looking to draw some lands, milled 2 over. Perfect. Yeah, that's great, right? So, Ashiok exiles the opponent's graveyard regardless of who you target. So next turn we get to go Ashiok, mill ourselves for 4, exile your Kroxa. Yeah, the Laz and Niv animations where like the animation is in where you surveil are really slick. Stream Decker is not updated. I wasn't planning on playing this deck today originally, so I didn't have it exported. So it'll get updated after this first match. Unchain that. Our mills actually haven't been that good so far. Hopefully we hit an Uro here, huh? I suppose because of Thrill, I should have done this before I Ashiok, so they could have discarded a card there. Now 0 drop frames on my end, MB. Either a connection issue on your end, or maybe something between you and Twitch. Yeah, maybe Twitch is having issues. Alright, another one of those ain't bad. Okay, so I think we can just combo them here, right? So this can copy Excavator. Plus Tef for good measure. Good call. I got this. So exile Oath, exile backup Kethis. So we can go make white mana, make blue mana. And I can play this Teferi, mill ourselves, and then we keep the new Teferi, have Teferi down tick, bounce Mox Amber. So again, we're just milling ourselves at this point, looking for more Mox in. Land tier is actually not bad, lets us cast another Teferi. We're just filling up our discard pile at this point. We already have the Jace Wielder of Mysteries, so we're just like looking to get our deck empty here. So make white mana. Now we gotta exile 2 more legends here. So that way we can recast the Jace and the Mox that are already dead. How high is the fail rate here from C? I think we're pretty close to deterministic at this point. Beware of Murderous Rider, Jace withdraw on the stack. I don't have to worry about anything. My opponent's currently playing Hearthstone. Have I mentioned that this card's a stain that should be deleted from Magic? Because, well, it is. So now we'll start making some blue mana. We'll exile things that aren't Mox Amber. Our deck has 5 cards left in it, so we'll cast Mox Amber, cast Mox Amber, cast Mox Amber, milling ourselves each time. Then we'll cast Jace Wielder of Mysteries and win that way. So, good. Really showed some of the strength of the range of the games that this deck has. We combo killed our opponent in the second game, and in the first game, we just beat them by, Uro beatdowns. Easy peasy. Thanks for the reminder on Stream Decker. Probably gonna update the list on my website too for historic. Need to make a point to try this in Pioneer as well, I think, with Uro. Seems real good. I would love to play first. Yeah, this is fine, right? Needs a land, but I've got a scry and a Fblthp cantrip. Sure. That's probably going to be a challenge, huh? I think we just get Laz into play here. So we can try and get a... Well, if we don't get Brazen Borrowed, it's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good one. That's so good. Just like unreasonably good. This is probably a deck all on its own. Now they could have like Tricky Dick here to tap our lands before we attack. They could have a Brazen Borrower, so like we could get tempoed here. Hey, Grey Wolf, thanks for the 2/3 of a year. Yeah, the Black Devotion deck was kind of a disaster. So again, this copies that. Whenever this attacks, we gain 3 life, we draw a card, we can put a land from our hand into play. You want me to slam Tef? Maybe I am supposed to slam Tef. Yeah, you're probably right. I was just excited to do the thing. Here, I agree. I agree with the person that said I'm supposed to slam Tef. Listen, I wanted to do the thing, okay? Like, they didn't have a bounce spell. Yeah, it's probably a choose your own adventure book. They obviously didn't have a thing. They didn't have a bounce spell last turn, so hopefully they don't have one this turn either. Just a Temptation, yep. Look at their little baby 3-drop, chat. It's so little and cute. I didn't need to shock there, right?
I can no longer stand by and watch. No, I am not making this up as I go.
No! Come back, opponent! Why weren't they having fun, chat? I don't understand. We actually don't have that much in our sideboard for this, so the Legion's End sounds good. These are a little expensive, but I think we bring them in. I don't know if this matchup's that bad for us, like with 4 Teferis and Oaths in our main. Like, I don't know that we need that much in our sideboard. Uro needs Trample to be playable. Oh. Apologies to everybody's animals that just jumped up. That was my doorbell. Hadana's Climb just gives flying. Yeah, I'm really excited to try Uro and the Pioneer version of this deck. That sounds great. I'm probably gonna spend some Dealer's Choice points and throw that in the deck queue. This is one of the decks I've liked to Pioneer too. And Uro seems like a real solid upgrade. Hey, perfect. We bottomed Kethis with this hand, right? Yes, we did. Alright, sure. Why not? I think they counter whatever I do here, so I think I'd rather do... Sounds good, Polly. I don't know exactly what we're looking for here. I guess Legion's End at this point is the droid we're looking for. Which members are live on Twitch in real time? All right, where's Newmont? Is Blast still in? Blast is not still in. Blast tends to be a little bit too slow. I'm gonna be so confused if this doesn't get counterspelled. I'm not used to having this many things resolve in a row in this matchup. Hey, Hot Butter, thanks for the 2/3 of a year. Welcome back. Yeah, okay. There's the amount of blue we know and hate. All right, so this is still sitting here chipping away at us. We have no legends in the bin just yet. If they attack with everything next turn, I think we double block the Merfolk Trickster and take 3 down to 6. Is the plan. They have like a dive down, it's whatever. I agree, a skilled mono blue player would have drawn Curious Obsession by now. Oh, this was dumb. They're just gonna kill it, right? Okay. Oh, I don't have double black currently, huh? Did they forget they just killed my Teferi? Oh. I think they forgot they killed my Teferi. Just popped in to renew my Prime, back to watching on YouTube. Thanks for, I appreciate that, Master Beardsman. Thanks for keeping me employed with that. So, we ran them over in the first game. Their draw this game has just been real bad. Feel like this deck would benefit from City of Brass Rainbowland. Yeah, in Pioneer we play Mana Confluence. You get to play Urborg in Pioneer as well, which is great. Because Urborg's a legendary land. Should hold on to this in case we draw a mill creature. I guess I could have exiled these two to cast Teferi there. Maybe that's right. That's probably right while they're tapped out. It's like bounce Othakaya. Have a removal spell in the bank. Is this deck good in Pioneer? I think it has potential. It's felt reasonably competitive when we've played it. And if you ask me, like, Jeff, what's the list of combo decks you feel like people aren't working on enough in Pioneer? This is definitely on it. Feel like it has a lot unexplored to it, especially with the addition of Uro. That link does not work, I heard. Alright, 2-0. Moving on up. Grinding that gold. Do 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 do. What happened to the possibility storm variations? Did people realize they were bad? I don't know about that. We haven't had any, like, really big tournaments yet. Am I mythic? Yeah, I think we're like top 300 or something like that. We had a good run with blue-black control at the end of yesterday's stream. Finished relatively high. I believe April, probably Nexus or blue-red. Control deck, maybe? Yeah, that link works. Grizzly Salvage. Salvage is an interesting one. Like, helps you find Kethis and, like, fills the bin up in a nice way. Would you consider blue-white control with Trawler tier 1? I think tiers are largely trivial. It depends on who you ask. I don't think tiers are something that I think you should define with objective data, and we don't have objective data with which to define them. That's actually really annoying because it means Uro doesn't get to draw a card. It's like Jeskai control, maybe Jeskai Planeswalkers.
I must stay focused.
Hopefully they minus the Narset so we can get Uro going. Sweet. They could have a sweeper here. Lava Coil. It's a pretty good one for getting rid of Kethis. Stops us from Tamiyoing next turn without a land. Oh, they don't have a land either. That's really good. Well, has Kethis seen any play in decks that are not trying to combo off? Not in any competitive decks. So I get to copy Uro and kill Narset next turn, but we won't get to draw a card because of Narset Static Text. Neat play. I'll have to check those out. So if they fab a Teferi Time Raveler themselves, we will be set pretty far back. Really hoping to draw some lands here. Hopefully this is just Chemist's Insight this turn. Do this in Scry before we attack, so we can try and hit another land. Make up for some missed land drops here. That's perfect. It just really speaks volumes to, like, messed up blue-green cards that, like, this card always gains life and always draws, whereas, like, the black-red one doesn't always deal them damage. Yeah, that's why I said competitive min-max. So, like, decks like that have been tried, but they're not particularly good. Bone Crushers ready. Kind of surprised to not just see, like, Teferi come down and tuck this in. Maybe they have another Bone Crusher and they plan to block plus stomp. Again, just filling our bin up. Mox Amber's a good one for later. Looking for lands and Kethis at this point. Def's not bad. These Ruinous Blasts probably don't have text here. Yeah, I mean, we've played Gird for Battle in the past Garden Variety Troll. The fact that Battlefield Promotion is a combat trick gives it a lot of value.
Sorry, no time for a break.
I think the combat trick, like being able to use it as a pseudo removal spell, has a lot of appeal.
uncalled for.
I think I'm going to lead on this. There's a chance if they have a counter spell that Tamiyo gets countered. Clarion? Maybe. Yeah, I'm like, this getting absorbed means that, like, this is, like, more likely to resolve. We flipped a Kethis into the bin there, and we already have, like, Mox and stuff in the bin. So, like, if they don't sweep the board next turn, I can go Teferi, copy Kethis, do stuff. So do they have a third cancel is the question here.
Hold that thought.
If they have a third cancel, they might get us. Oh, they could also just kill Laz. Okay, do we see like a stomp at end of turn here? Oh, just an opt? Okay. Yeah, makes sense. We do get to just lag time Raveler here, pick your thing up though, which is great. So this deals a damage whenever they draw a card, and whenever a player casts instant or sorcery, they get to deal a damage. The fact that like we're in this game after we missed land drops and basically mulligan twice because of these Ruinous blasts is like pretty impressive. They shocked this land in to get to untap 2 more here, so good chance we get absorbed here, I think. Really? Okay. Well, that bodes well for me. It was really bad sniff power. Do we try and win now? How do we try and win? I'm not sure you understand how this deck works if you think we can try and win from this position.
Sorry I'm late. Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Did we flip a Kethis in here? We did. Okay, so I could put this into play to maybe pressure this. The thing is, they're going to get to replay Niv Mizzet and then draw a card here and kill this next turn. I think it might just be Tamiyo, pick up Kethis, hope they can't interact, kill them next turn. I mean, tucking Uro is kind of a win for us. Maybe I do just do Uro. Because, like, they have 6, and then this untaps 2, so they'll be able to Chemisters on my turn. I think we just, escape here. Leaving a bunch of legends in there. Play my 3-drop that's bigger than their 6-drop. It was technically a 4-drop that time. That's fair. That's fair. Really? They have like a Deafening Clarion here? Or we have like another Stomp? Lava Coil maybe? Lava Coil would exile this, right? Okay. Does that mean they're not killing my Teferi? Oh, they're not killing... Are they dead? Can I kill them? I think they're dead, right? Does that have Kethis in the bin? Yeah, I think not killing Teferi was a huge mistake. Yeah, if they're playing Hearthstone, chat. Tamiyo and an extra Lazav. Blessing Tef doesn't do anything. Blessing Tef lets me play at instant speed. It doesn't do anything to them. Yeah, I think they're probabilistically dead from here. If you know, then why are you saying it? It doesn't do anything. If you know, why are you recommending it? Probabilistically dead is the best kind of dead, right? I just like bring in a Noxious Grasp to kill their big Teferis. I guess I could leave an Oathicai in because it does kill. Maybe I just leave some of these in because they kill, what's it called? They kill Narset after she down ticks. No, this is Cube April. April was in chat and said that she was going to duck out while we played. I mean, I just don't need both Ashioks. Sure. In it, doing it. What's the little person with the 0 at the bottom? This is the Magic Arena friends list, reminding me how many friends I have. It's not very polite. So I waited to play the Mox Amber here because I'm going to play the second Excavator next turn. When I play the second Excavator, I can mill twice. And then, like, this makes my board really appealing to Deafening Clarion or Sweep. And if they sweep me, next turn I untap, shock the land, play Tamiyo, pick Excavator back up. Any easy picks for deck of the day today? What was the first Exorbitant we played? Blue-Eye Control is fine. Probably this. This one, I like this deck. This deck's been a hoot. I think I lead on Laz because it could be bait. Nah, let's play. This is a must counter, right? Let's just jam the must counter here. And like, if this resolves, I can also play Laz. I think I'm in for another one of those, because it's like, it is a Kethis, right? Was Standard earlier today. We did not play Standard today. We played Pioneer and Historic. As always, if you're wondering what I'm playing and when, you can find my schedule on my website. So unfortunately, this Mox Amber doesn't currently make mana for us, because I don't have any legends in play yet. That'll change here now. And then again, if they do sweep the board next turn, I get to Tamiyo and just pick something back up. Kind of unfortunate that we haven't hit an Uro yet, but we're in a pretty okay spot regardless. Gosh, Tamiyo mills over Uro 2 on her plus? That's so gross. How was Pioneer? Pioneer was a little medium this morning. That's actually very good for them. Hopefully they tap out for this. Sweet. Well. Huh. Okay, deal. Yeah, you can float mana with the sack trigger on the stack. That's why I enabled full control mode there. People are wondering why I toggled full control. It was so I had the option to do that. Wonder if they have Shatter. Shatter would let them draw cards. They have Bone Crusher. Would not be surprised to get Shattered here, but still not blocking. Could also just get Clarioned. Yeah, that's an outcome.
Let's make this quick. I've got other things to burn. Get out of my way. Or, you know, don't.
Am I just Urroing? I think I'm just Urroing. I could Tamiyo pick up Kethis. I don't know, this is better because, like, they're going to be able to hold up a counter spell next turn. Teferi, bounce, Mox, Uro. Yeah, I guess I could do that if I leave up these. I could tap here, here, and here, make blue, bounce it, play it, make blue. Yeah, that's a good line. I didn't think about using Teferi in that way.
If you wish to think with thoughtfulness before action.
That's a good suggestion. Which of these do I kill? I think it's Chandra. So, I think the play now is, I know I'm not gonna draw a card. I could Tamiyo pick back up a, no, that's not good. So I don't wanna, is it bad? Now I think I want to Teferi. Pick the Mox up, Tamiyo pick up Kethis, I think is the plan here.
Let us see if your talents are worth cataloging. The storied past holds our future.
Because, like, they need to take Teferi off the table, but, like, this Uro's also giving them the business. And then, like, they have to, like, not die to my combo next turn. Kethis the visible hand, yeah. Hey, Bash, thanks for the 23 months. Welcome back. Okay, they get to do this. They get to fry my Time Raveler if they want. How many Teferis are in here? 3. There's only 16 cards in my deck, though.
Let me aid your research.
Swish! Swish! Rude. How many Moxen do I have? 1. Wow, there's only 1 Mox in my bin? I think I just pay.
This isn't a fight. I've got time. Trust me.
Jace got binned. Yeah, you cast Jace from your discard pile with Kethis, Dallas. Alright, they're dead. We're gonna play Excavator, play Kethis, and the game is over. Yeah, this is our hand. This is our hand.
Is easily agitated. I think you will find my notes helpful.
Oh, wait. They have Narset in play? Narset stops me from winning this turn, right? So I have to deck them? That's how this works? I have to deck them, right? Yeah, I should be able to mill them. No, you can't bounce Planeswalkers with Def. Alright, so let's start by doing this with Laz. Is that how Jace is worded? If you would draw a card while your library has no cards in it, you win the game instead. No, yeah, I'm remembering just correctly. I can kill Narset with Othakaya. Oh, yeah, good call. Ah, no. A lot of roads lead to Rome. That's actually why I left this card in, right? We talked about that. So exile 2 non-Mox Amber things here. Yeah, you don't want to accidentally click on Fblthp or use your Teferi or put the Uro back into play. Well, Uro definitely feels like it made the the interactive matchup better, which is good. Yeah, that man. Yeah, you oath them, Dr. Jazzin, or you can mill them out. Yeah, the Pioneer version needs 4 oaths, for sure. Or needs 4 Uros, for sure. At the very least 3. Yeah, good games, April. Good luck in the rest of your event. Sure. I got 2 scribes. I got to draw. Let's find a green source. Swish. Swish. Temple of Mystery. Are we racing Nexus? That's a good one too. So next turn we'll get to go Shock, Uro, put Temple into play. Yeah, this deck was already good against interactive decks, and this card made it better. Yeah, we're going to be playing Standard on stream tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. It's going to be doing some weekend streams again this weekend since the Grand Prix that's going on isn't being streamed. Figure, if WotC can't provide Magic content for folks, at least I can. So we'll start here. I think we play this plus for Diligent Excavator. We had an Emery package in here previously. So we had some Emerys and some Wishing Wells. Get in there, little angry Fblthp. I mean, the Emery package is like okay, because like filling your graveyard up is useful. This deck's close to unplayable with the number of cards that have borders. I know. It's a real tilt. Real tilter. We plus for Tef next turn. Yeah, probably. That seems reasonable. Especially if they play Reclamation here. Even without playing Reclamation, there's a chance they don't get another turn. There's a chance we play Kethis and kill them next turn. Confirmed racing. I guess I start with this and see what we mill, because Tamiyo could draw a card that we mill from the bin. Just another Uro.
Seek and find.
Swish. We are pretty good at this.
You'll thank me later.
Looking for Mox. Looking for Mox. Now the question, do I bounce their Azcanta, or do I pick up my Mox so that way I can get 2 more mills? They're going to get to flip the search next turn, but I'm not sure that matters.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Super rewarded for going for it here. You get 3 more looks now. Come on, Mox! Mox! Never lucky, chat. Never lucky. Low probability they go off next turn since we have a Time Raveler. They could play a bounce spell and get us, but pretty low chance, I think. We'll see. We'll see. We've got 26 cards in our deck, 3 of which are Mox. Even if they play like a Brazen Borrower here, they still can't Tamiyo. Or they still can't take a turn, right? Because they'll only have 6 mana. Yeah, I think that the Teferi cuts them off the mana they need. So I think if we draw a brick, my plan is to Tamiyo, pick up Time Raveler, bounce Amber, play Amber. It's really cute that you think this combo mirror where both players have gotten to turn 5 is anything close to modern. Ah, friendo. You playing Hearthstone here. I guess they can activate Azcanta. I think they thought they could Nexus there. And like they just like slowly came to the realization that they couldn't. This is not a Ruinous Blast matchup, right? I guess it kills Reclamation. Maybe I just leave in the cheeky one. Because I think Blast is probably better than Grasp. Definitely want these. I think this is fine because it fills our graveyard up and empties theirs. Makes their Azcantals a little worse. Am I bringing creatures too? Yeah, that's a good call. Leaving this in because they might have creatures. I don't know. I feel like bringing in creatures in the combo mirror is a pretty big punt just because they need to try and race us here. So by cutting Oath, the game plan is self-mill with Jace and Ludo. That is exactly correct. Especially in this matchup where they have Nexus of Fate. Against non-Nexus of Fate decks, you can just deck them as well with Diligent Excavator. What do you think about going for a Teshar Kroxa combo? I don't know that adding red is particularly good. Like, the mana in this bait deck is already a stretch. I don't think adding red to it sounds ideal. Yeah, they probably have creatures in their board, but they're not good in this matchup. Because, like, this isn't a matchup where they can, like, play a Biogenic Ooze and then value us out over a couple of turns. Like, we're gonna kill them. So, like, the creature sideboard plan is something the Nexus decks want to diversify into against decks that are interactive. This isn't a matchup where we're being interactive. This is a matchup where we're trying to kill them before they kill us. And like playing a Biogenic Ooze, even if they put lethal into play, they're still giving us a turn. Giving us a turn is not ideal because we'll kill them with that turn. I think I gotta mulligan this. If either of these made blue, I'd keep it, but they don't, so I can't. Huh? I'm gonna YOLO this one. Might get punished. Yeah, technically, actually, whatever you want to say, you need it. Otherwise, your deck's just too focused on comboing and just, like, isn't, like, good enough in. You're like, your ability to like play as a fair stuff mid-range deck goes out the window when you can't cast your spells. Hey, Stephen Douglas, thank you for the 19 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Blue Source. Blue Source. So in a roundabout way, this is a blue source. Ooh. Yep.
Every story is an opportunity for new data.
Just take game 3 on the play where we'll play 2 lands in 2 turns here. What would be the replacement for the 4th Ura if you wanted to save the wild card? Leave it, Emery in. Feel like everyone is running tons of removal right now, so it seems like Black Devotion is taking a nosedive. Why is a bunch of removal bad for Black Devotion? Doesn't feel like 5 months, but at least Modern's dead. Thank you for the support, Hunox. No more of that, that's for sure. Correct, Zephyr. This name's Nexus of Fate to start. Yeah, we're in for that, right? Aether Gust. They brought a Nightpack Ambusher. They only have 2 copies of Nexus of Fate. Lovestruck Beast. They have Lovestruck Beast. They have a Nissa. They have a Carnage Tyrant. So 2 Beasts, a Nissa, a Carnage Tyrant, and a Nightpack Ambusher. Legendary sorceries have a restriction on when you can cast them. You must have a legendary creature or planeswalker in play in order to cast a legendary sorcery. So they have a Carnage Tyrant, 2 Lovestrucks, and a Nissa once I take this away. So they have 2 Aether Gusts in their hand that I'm going to have to play through eventually. If Lazav copies Uro, does it eat itself? No, copying does not trigger Enter's play effects. So that's why Laz with Uro is really good, because you can play Laz on 2, flip over Uro. The Kethis run's been good. This has been a powerful addition. Yes, we are currently playing Black Devotion. This is what Black Devotion looks like. Hey, thanks for the entire year of support, Weeby. Get you a sword to go with your shield. Thanks for keeping me around. Pretty strong viewers this late. It's okay. We've been a bit higher for Standard. Historic's not quite as popular as Standard. Especially right at set release. I expect that'll probably change a little bit as we go through the set cycles.
The moon looks intriguing tonight. I think you will find my notes helpful.
They're looking for Nissa. They found a Love-Struck Beast. I can let them pressure this off the table. What are lands? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Maybe I need to you know, I probably should revisit the mana in this deck with the addition of Uro. Not only did we gain Uro, but we gained the other 5 temples. We didn't have the other 5 temples before. So I probably want to cut some of these lands that don't cast either half of this. Is likely accurate. This has probably been the best deck of the day, Space Herring. Pioneer was a little rough this morning, and Black Devotion was a dumpster fire. Blue Light Control was fine if you're into that sort of thing.
This might be a bad idea.
I think I just do this and pass. Oh, I could Uro? Then they get to gust it away? Struminator, thanks for sticking on. I appreciate it.
I know I noted this somewhere.
You know, I said the Pioneer decks this morning were bad. The first Historic deck was good. The second one was bad. Black Devotion's like a sub 30-minute video. It's not a good scene. So they have a Carnage Tyrant, they have a Carnage Tyrant and a Love-Struck Beast and a Nissa as win conditions left in their deck. Yeah, so the historic queue, and actually it's just fitting that now that we stopped playing it, we haven't played against mono white, but the mono white matchup is basically impossible for Black Devotion. And when we started playing historic this morning, over almost half of the matches we played were against mono white devotion. So I think Black Devotion's fine in standard. White Devotion hasn't been that popular yet, but I definitely think if White Devotion is around, it pushes Black out. All right, I think I'm gonna plus this.
I've got it.
I'm gonna play Ashiok, mill myself, play Laz. We really not hit a Kethis yet? Yeah, just no Kethis in the top 27 cards. They keep naming Nissa with their plus, and they're eventually going to find it, right? Like, they're on 27 cards here. Yep. Do I chump block with Laz? So Teferi can bounce this land? I don't think so. Yeah, Black Devotion is fine in Pioneer. They're fundamentally different formats, football. And again, like, the reason why Black Devotion doesn't feel good in this format is in large part due to a metagame consideration of a deck that also doesn't exist in Pioneer. Yeah, we're literally playing against Nexus right now, Niv. So if I draw a land, an untapped land, I can Teferi, bounce this, copy Uro, attack, kill Nissa. Or attack, kill Tamiyo. Or they just do that, sure.
No tail should be discarded.
Oh, they're making a 1/1 here? Okay. If I draw Kethis or Diligent Excavator, we should be able to win the game. Oh, right, they're going to untap their thing. That makes sense.
Behold, my dreams dissipate like smoke.
There's Kethis. I have 2 Mox Ambers. The problem is I don't have my dork that lets me mill. But I could pick it back up with Tamiyo. Okay, so I do this. And then I do this, exile, backup Laz, and backup Uro. Float blue, play Mox. I have 2 timeouts here, so hopefully we're okay. Thanks for the resubs, folks. I'm going to be a little bit off my normal game of keeping up on those while I try and win this turn.
Phases of the moon. Life waxes and wanes. The past is never forgotten.
Might be a little bit tight here. I guess I can exile Kethis at this point. So make blue, play Mox. You need to refresh your browser, Marty. Twitch must have rolled out an update or something. Yeah, the Aether Gust could have potentially been challenging here, but they're currently playing Hearthstone. Okay, good. There's some legendary things. Oh, we do still have a land drop. You're right. That's good to think about. Good to think about, too. Perfect. So exile Ashiok, exile Uro. So we go Mox, mill myself. Again, we got 23 cards in our deck. We're just trying to flip them all into the bin. There's the Jace that we're eventually going to win with. I'm going to play this this new Teferi, which will mill me for 2, and then we'll bounce the Mox, replay it, which will mill me for 2 and give me a mana. Oh gosh! Uro can even help us put lands into play mid-combo too, right? If we have them in hand. Like in a situation like this, he can effectively cost 1 less mana. I think they're dead. There's only 12 cards left in my deck. Uro goes to the bin too. Play this, put myself over. Yeah, they're dead. We're good. We got it. This combo should be really hard to keep track of in paper. Not if you're organized. Uro's a really impressive addition to this archetype. An archetype that didn't really need extra help. Was already pretty good. I think this archetype was maybe missing something in Pioneer, because that format's a little bit higher powered than Historic, and I would not be surprised if Uro puts it over the top there. Yeah, just 100% to win. We actually win on this cycle, right? I make blue, Amber, Jace. Win the game. Two cards. Sweet. All right. So good, clean 4-0 sweep. Feels good, man. I was really happy with Uro in the deck. I don't know that I'd change anything in here. I think I need to look at the mana base overall, because there's some considerations for trying to get more lands that make green and blue mana. Like if I can finagle these lands making green or blue while still keeping my numbers approximately the same, that could potentially be good, but that also might not be possible. But I definitely haven't sat down and thought about the mana since we gained the other 5 temples in here. As far as the Pioneer build goes, there's a few different directions you could take it in. I'm not sure if you just cut the Emeries in Pioneer, because in Pioneer, you play Hope of the Gear Appear, which is very good with Emery. So as far as historic Kethis goes, I think this is the build that I'm going to put up on my website, maybe with some mana-based changes, not 100% on that like I said. In Pioneer, I'm going to have to sit down and think about it. I'm definitely going to add the Pioneer deck back to the cube. It's going to be a hot second before it makes it back to the top, so it'll give me some time to think about it there. At any rate, thanks everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. Remember, if you're interested in more content from myself, you can find lots on my website and my YouTube channel. That's going to be it for me for today. I'll be back tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday doing Pioneer into Standard on all 3 of those days. Remember, you can find my schedule with not only when I'm streaming, but when I'm streaming when up on my website. I'm going to finish off the stream with an end of stream ad roll, so if you're a non-sub, it's a really easy way to support the stream is to hang out for that.